could do it all over again, there'd be no wish I woulds or should have beens. Spend that time with my family and friends.
What should CEOs delegate first, in your opinion?
43% of educated professional women leave the workforce to raise kids because they can't do both.
Like when you go to church and pastor is talking about something and you just talked about it like a week ago and you're like, oh my gosh, is he on my algorithm?
I had a marketing agency with her husband. Turns out we were both idea people. And turns out we knew nothing about systems. We knew nothing about tech. We knew nothing about really anything. And so as you can imagine, that business wasn't going great.
As you probably know, hopefully know, I do not record an intro because I felt too awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're weird too.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you about me.
Get into it, like,
Yeah.
this is a real conversation. And when I was guesting on podcasts, not yours of course, because yours was perfect, obviously, other podcasters that had me on, the intro, I didn't know what to do with myself when they would say, they would read the bio and you're like, that's okay. And you don't, do we smile? Do you stare into the camera? Like, I didn't know. So awkward. So
Copy paste.
yeah.
Did not know either. Still do not know. So if you got any tips, or just
how do you exist?
just turn your camera off.
Be right back. That's what you want to do. And I'm like, I can't do that to my guests. To save, they don't have to, oh, sorry, bad internet. Turn the camera off. I'm going through a tunnel, my bad. I don't want to do that to you. And anyone that doesn't know you should know you, because you guys are very good at your marketing. And I asked you before we hit record, were your emails sent to me specifically? Because I felt like you were talking to me. Like when you go to church and the pastor is talking about something and you just talked about it like a week ago and you're like, oh my gosh, is he on my algorithm? Like, how in person is he speaking directly to me? We have, like, I'm not close with, he's a great guy, but I'm not like super close with him.
So how does he know?
Like, how does he know I needed to hear that exactly how your email said?
Thank you so much. That means that the 15 years of marketing that I was in was not completely trash. So thank you.
No. They're hitting, they're landing. As a person in the financial space, especially in the past couple of weeks, I'm going to say the past 2 weeks, my head's been underwater. Like, I have not existed as a person during tax season. However, so emails come in a lot during this time. Marketing, clients, all kinds of emails. Your emails usually have emoji, and they're usually show stopping. They get their attention grabbing. So they are beautiful. But no, it's such a compliment. You want to have that landing, when people get the emails. You're like, I want them to open it, number one. And
well, I have to give a big round of applause to a mix between Leah Steinkirk and my boyfriend Claude, because together they have built out a truly incredible GPT for me to say, please help me. I need people to open this. I want to add value.
I love that. Okay. So you like Claude?
Oh, yeah, girl. Okay. Oh, yeah. Chat is the MySpace. Like we're over chat.
Okay.
We're over chat. Oh my God. I could geek out about this forever. Claude Cowork is changing the game. You no longer need to be a coder to write any sort of software, any sort of GPT that just like does your work for you. And I'm completely oversimplifying it, but literally I can say at 8 p.m., review all my emails, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing, and tell me the top 3 things that I need to do to move the needle today. Boom, wake up. Here's my to-do list. Thank you, Claude Cowork. Yeah. I know. It is wizardry. Yeah. Girl.
This is
stop.
New. I've never heard this before.
Stop what you're doing. Yep. This podcast was fun and all, but you got a date with Claude, it turns out.
Claude Cowork, I'm writing this down. You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I usually never take notes or do anything during a podcast because I'm trying to like be present. But for some weird reason, I was like, oh, I'm talking to Ashley today, and she always provides value for systems, processes, operations. And I brought a notebook. I swear. I know. I was like,
dang, girl.
I might need to take notes.
I feel so privileged right now. Oh my God.
So I'm like sitting on this riverside. I was like, okay, yeah, you look at her one pager, like that's nice and stuff, but let me get a notebook because Ashley provides so much value. So I came ready. I wrote down Claude Cowork. So Leah, we did a soft launch with Leah just now. With Leah, how did you and Leah meet?
So I had a marketing agency with her husband. And yeah.
Okay. That went a different direction.
Turns out, yep. Turns out we were both idea people. And turns out we knew nothing about systems. We knew nothing about tech. We knew nothing about really anything. And so as you can imagine, that business wasn't going great. So his name is Reg. He's awesome. A huge fan. And he was like, hey, so my wife, Leah, has done X, Y, and Z. I think she can come in and help like run the business for us. I was like, all right, dog, sounds great. Okay. Yeah. So she did and blew us away. Like with all this stuff that she was bringing to the table, making my life so much easier. I could actually focus like on getting clients versus like, I don't know, trying to set up my email or Claude Cowork wasn't there at the time or else I wouldn't have had that issue. But anyway, so I started talking to her and I was like, why are you working with us? You are a wizard. Like, what are you doing? And she said, hey, look, I need flexibility. I got kids at home. I need to be able to work when I want and do the stuff I love. And that was one of the light bulbs for Prowess. And yes.
Okay.
So I, how do I say this nicely? I decided to go with the superior Hurdy, that is their last name, and said, Reg, it's been real.
But here we are.
I need to start a business with your wife, turns out.
You've been outshined, Reg.
And he was like, yes, this makes sense. Yes, go do this. Yes, this is the better thing. And so here we are.
That's so sweet. Did you, at that time, did you have kiddos?
No. So I always said I wanted to solve my future problem of how I was going to have kids in a career. And yeah. And here I am, and it's something.
Leah helped you set up, Leah and you, not help, you both set up a business for future you without knowing that.
Correct.
Okay, because
she was living it now.
Yes.
Like, so she was trying to maintain the career and also flexibility for her family now. Whereas I was like, that's going to be me in a couple years. And the way I fell down this whole path was found the Harvard Business Review statistic that 43% of educated professional women leave the workforce to raise kids because they can't do both. Right. When they try to get back, in just 3 years, they lose 37% of their comp forever. But 97% would return to the workforce if they had access to flexible jobs. And so there we are.
There you are. Oh gosh, that I get chills because I geek out with that stuff too. Having a team of women that are able to do it how they want to do it, and
Yeah.
everyone's a little different, right? And you definitely don't. You're kind of sold this idea of balance, and I firmly believe that doesn't exist. I think you can just do your best, and having a flexible job helps. It helps. It helps a little bit more than let me get up at the booty crack of dawn, get these kids ready, get them to school, get to a job before 9 o'clock, which feels sometimes impossible. Work until 5. Oh, now they're in daycare. Now I have to
Yep.
rush from the 5 o'clock, try to beat traffic, get them before daycare closes, get home, make a meal, try to do the whole nighttime routine. Depending on how old your kids are, the nighttime routine is like the third act of your play. Like that is no small feat.
Girl,
If
my
you have
4-year-old went to bed at 10:30 last night, so I deeply feel this. Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So, I have, so some of my team members have smaller kids. I am at the older kid stage, and so we're in the sports stage, and so baseball
Ooh.
games are at 6 o'clock, or now they're at 7:30. So it's, yes, it is a whirlwind. If I didn't have the life I have, I would feel so much stress every time I get that game schedule. And there's no perfect time. You get it at 6, and you're
No.
like, oh, am I gonna get them from here to here at 6? If it's at 7:30, like, when are we gonna eat dinner? So it's hard. So you and Leah came together and
Mm-hmm.
decided to start Prowess. So in a peanut shell, while I am very familiar with Prowess, and I'd love to talk about that if that's okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Experience. But in a peanut shell, what is Prowess? Is it the same now as it was when you started, or walk me through that?
Ooh, girl, far from it. So it's been 7 years since we started.
Oh my God.
Uh, yeah, I know. Wild, wild. What we do is we vet and train these fractional operators, and then we match them up with the CEOs who desperately need someone to help run the business while they go grow the business. So back to the story I was telling at the beginning, I am the CEO with all the ideas. I love the relationships. I love chatting. I love doing all of this. And Leah was the person who loves the tech, the systems, the project management, the compliance, all of that. And when we started working together, we were building like LinkedIn for women.
Mm.
And what we realized is what we really had built was this quote unquote match.com for CEOs to find their dream operators.
Right.
So we were like, okay, LinkedIn, no, 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 let's specialize and really get clear on
What we're doing.
having these CEOs get relief and then having this this whole like, oh god, army of professional women that people are sleeping on because they need flexible work.
Right.
And so anyway, we built
Right.
an algorithm to match that, and here we are.
Oh, I love that. And I confirm when I met y'all, I believe y'all were working on integrating like automations
Mm-hmm.
and um, maybe early chat at the
Yep.
time, and trying to assist CEOs in
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Mm-hmm.
When I started working with y'all, it felt more of a recruiter feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't even do it justice for what y'all did. So, you're working with people that are visionaries. You are working
Yes.
with people like you,
Mm-hmm.
the ideas people that middle of the night, oh, I want to do this thing, but I cannot even think of how I'd have time to do that.
Bingo.
So, what is that like? What is it like working with a bunch of yous and me's? Do you feel like is it a nightmare? I sometimes feel like I'm just a lot.
So it's so funny because what we realized is okay, you got the visionary, right? And you got the integrator.
Yeah.
The visionary is like, I have no idea how to, you know, integrate all of these different softwares in order to do what I need to do and build out a dashboard and get this data and make decisions, right? They can't possibly figure out the how to do that.
Yeah.
Then the integrators are sitting there like, I have no idea how to sell myself. I have no idea how to talk to people. I have no idea how to do all this marketing and content stuff. And so we find that they both are so grateful because they both see each other's value and impact that they make together.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Putting the two
Yeah,
puzzles together is where
that's exactly right.
where it
That's
gets done.
exactly right. And
Oh,
it's awesome. It's awesome to see two people who, like, quite frankly, feel not enough and put them together and see what incredible traction they can make in a very short amount of time.
yeah. And that's, you basically just took the words out of my mouth, because time was probably the biggest pain point. It was where I felt a lack.
Yeah.
The ideas person, I mean, I have notebooks of just ideas because I want them to happen, but the time. And a lot of CEOs greatly underestimate how long something will take, or overestimate how long something will take. And that's where
Bingo.
y'all come in. But you're not just doing the matchmaking, because I I have been a part of some of your webinars, which y'all do so beautifully. And you talk about the other side of it, where you are, correct me if I'm wrong, training.
Yep.
Would you say training, providing courses and getting these operators ready to be matched? What's that like?
Great question. So I took a step back and thought about just hiring in general, like what that process was like,
Awesome.
and or recruiting, however you want to look at it. And here were the things that always felt so risky. Number one, can these people are telling me they have all these skills? What's my proof? I have zero. I
Yeah.
have zero proof. And then just because they quote unquote have these skills, even if somehow I had proof, how are they going to work with me as the person, as my behavior style, my work style, the way I like to communicate? How are they going to be compatible with me? So those were the two problems that we were trying to solve, where like the only way that we can really do that is make a training where all of our operators go through it. So now it is 100 hours long. As they're going through that training, we're gathering hundreds, if not thousands, of data points on their skills, how they work, and how they like to work. And we use all of that data to then match the right operator with the right CEO. Because I want to de-risk that, because this is one of the hardest hires you're going to make, because this person is like, your nanny. They're doing the caring and feeding of your child, your business.
Your child,
Yeah.
yeah, your business baby. And that's
Yeah.
hiring is so, working with business owners in a different light, talking to them
Yeah.
about their finances, especially lately with tax time. There's either, they're either killing it or they're not. And talk about ways to either sustain or grow. And hiring is always top of mind, even if the business maybe went down in income last year. They
Yeah.
still say, I need to hire someone. I need to hire someone. I hear that very frequently. But what keeps people from doing it is time. The
Yeah.
time to find said person, to market, do we go to Indeed, do we go here, all these different platforms, the time to go through all the applications and all of the interviews, and then the time to train. The time to train.
Girl.
Awful. And it keeps people
Girl.
from moving forward. So,
No, I absolutely know. And so what I tell the CEOs is, when you're hiring this like operator, this, CEO, this ops manager, whatever you want to call them, their job is to come to you and say, hey, this is what I need to audit your business, to understand your business. And therefore, based on what you're telling me, where you want to go, what your dream, like ideal for this business is, I'm going to create a plan to help you get there. Oh, and I'm going to keep everyone, myself included, accountable to hit said milestones along this plan. And so that's what an operator is. Like, that's how they bring so much value. And sure, they help you with more time, and sure, they help you with clarity, and sure, they help you with, like, I don't know, deadlines and all of that. But what they really help with is relief. And what they really help with is that idea that you have someone else in the foxhole with you while you are running this business, who sees it all but thinks differently and can constantly be problem solving on your behalf. That's the value.
Yes. That's so much yes. And I love that because it's you feel like you're the only one that cares about your business because it's your business. And no one could possibly understand the need for change in certain areas, and especially if you hire people that are close to you, my kids, family and friends. And sometimes if I want to change something or I want to do something, there's this guilt of, well, I care about it more than they do and it's working for them, but it's not working for me. So you bring in this I think we called our prowess babe, our fractional COO.
Yeah,
That's what we kind of named her. And I think she liked it. She didn't change it. She liked it.
oh my God, are you kidding me? She loved it. She loved working with you.
Fractional
Loved.
COO. And she
Yes.
was a gem. And she came in, and it felt different when someone else was suggesting things to the team versus me. So it's that that kind of break in the, we're all so close, but look, this outside opinion came in and she sees these things too. And so it takes a lot of that stress off the CEO, a lot of the worry. And yeah, it brings peace of mind. Like you said, we could preach peace of mind all day long. Sure, that's valuable, but it's the relief of this is done.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to be me doing it. Someone
Yes. It's that mental load. Like, parents get that, right? Like, the mental load of just all the different things that you're thinking about just raising a child. It's the same thing for a business owner. It's the exact same thing. All the I gotta do this, and then I gotta do this and this and this, or this isn't gonna happen. But if I do, no, like, ugh, you gotta have that person to document all of that, and then also be like, hey, guess what, Ashley? That's a cool idea and all, but let's put a pin in that because we got some other stuff to be doing. All right.
That's hard
All
to
right.
do, but
Sure is. Sure is, but so necessary, especially because, like, these people love numbers, right? These fractional COOs. And so not only are like, hey, Ash, we can't do this, sparkly, shiny rocket ship to Mars because the data is showing us that that's a terrible idea because of X, Y, and Z. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah. The data, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
That, but I hear you.
Yeah, like, okay, I get it. All right.
Yes.
But next year?
Yeah. I mean, you said pin. You didn't say deflate. So we'll revisit this at a later date. Anytime I can add sparkle to the business, I love that. So, okay. So you and I go way back. For years, we've known each other in different capacities and different things that we worked on together. I came to you. It's been a little over a year now, I believe, because she was a part of our Q1 and Q2 last year, beginning of last year.
Yep.
So I came to you and said, I have this thing in my mind where I think things could be better. I don't know exactly the what and the how, but I know that we are leaving money on the table. I know that our systems need work. Our business started as a one-man show, me, and just tried to just go with the flow as we grew. I know that our CRM is okay. It could be better. I can't imagine changing it because it would take so much time. I don't even know how to put my own KPI together because I do it for other people. And that sounds gross to do it for myself. So these are the kind of things that I kind of came to you with. And the process of I have these problems to problem solved was so much faster than I could have even imagined. I give you this large list of problems and think 1 to 2 years. I know. Because I was thinking I was going to do it. I was thinking I'm
Yeah,
going to.
yeah.
In reality, from the time that I reached out until project completion, I would say it was maybe 6 to 8 months. And I'm talking like initial email to you and Leah of me saying, I need help. I just don't know exactly what. 6 to 8 months. So I'd love to walk through that process.
Let's do it.
If that's okay. So I reach out to you and Leah, and I need these things. I had these problems, but could not imagine how to fix them. So you guys said I remember I filled out some stuff. Now,
You filled out some stuff.
It wasn't painful. It felt like personality assessments.
They were.
Okay. So what kind of...
Yeah. So going back to our matching and how we want to find someone who's compatible as far as like the skills and the tech know-how and the business know-how and like also your work style. What we do to kick off the process is a 45-minute meeting where we are asking questions that we had designed by a behavior scientist so that we truly understand your business, the role you're trying to hire for, the problems that you have in your ideal like success, what success looks like. So once we have that, then we ask you to take 2 work style assessments. Those take 10 minutes, but that's what you're remembering. And build out a document of understanding. Hey, this is what we heard you say the problems were. True or false? And then that's when we put it into our matching. Within 4 business days, we then send you top 3 candidates with compatibility score, resume, and a placement note from us on why we believe that they are a good fit for you and what to watch out for when you are interviewing, or like what to double click on to ensure that they are the right person to do this project for you, to join the team, whatever that may be.
Yes. Okay. It all felt like a blur because you guys did everything. I'm gonna be honest. Like I
love it.
So, yes. No, and it was beautiful because I felt
Good.
like for positions, this felt there was the least pain in this because I don't feel like I was sorting through applications, resumes. I was given basically one-pagers.
Yep.
With pictures.
Highlights. Yep.
And you guys did all of the background stuff. So from the owner's perspective, it felt super easy to just show up. I even got to do the interview, which felt really important. So I thought that was so tasteful that you guys did that. Because it is, they become a part of your team and you want to feel like you have that chemistry.
That's right.
Chemistry you want, right? And so you guys are matchmakers. You give a list. I remember, you guys gave me some candidates and typical me, I overthought everything. So I was like, I just don't know. And you guys just kept kind of pushing, like, just get on the phone with these people. And I believe it was one of my last interviews. I met with Caitlin, who was this beautiful, angelic ray of sunshine. I mean, golly, she was just, it's because she was in California.
Totally. She has that glow, without a doubt. Mm-hmm.
You just want to be a part of whatever she's doing. And you guys, I believe, remained on the interview with turning your camera off.
Did we? I don't even remember. We don't do that now, but we may have before.
It's special to me.
We're like, oh, we got to protect Ashley from herself. We need to be on here.
I understand. My feelings are not hurt. I actually feel very validated. You guys see me. You're like, we might need to stick around for this crazy pants. Totally fine. It all worked out. So
Oh,
we were
God.
very
It's so good.
um, by the last interview, I met my ray of sunshine, Caitlin, and it was very quick. I think this process was maybe 2 weeks of you doing the personality assessments and filling out the forms and talking to you guys for 45 minutes. You guys did the searching. We got on the interview. It was maybe 2 weeks, which is wild. That is wild. But that tells me you guys have a pool of applicants willing, waiting, and ready. Does that sound about right? Because you guys have your people.
Bingo. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
These women are ready.
They are ready and excited, man. Like, I think that's what I am just so honored by. They're just pumped. They just want to help people who are doing cool shit, you know?
And
And
they're ready. They want to work.
they are. They do. They do. And they want a chance to be appreciated for what they love doing. And I think that, that means everything when someone gets that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I gotta say, this is a huge compliment, and I'm going to go back to Leah the wizard and tell her thank you. But we're an operations company. We gotta be, tight.
Be, yes, efficient and ready and guiding,
Yeah.
making the client, me at the time, feel like you're holding my hand through this. And that's so underrated. Your onboarding process is so important to the client, which was a huge reason I knew we needed help. Our onboarding process was very manual. So when a client came to us, it was me or my assistant pressing the go button through every step. And that is so time consuming. And, Lord forbid you get sick.
Yeah.
We had to reschedule this like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
because of weather or, or, children's schools deciding they don't need to go to school that day. Like, if so much stuff happens, and if it interrupts your onboarding process, that's detrimental to the customer experience. So,
What is that statistic? I think when someone signs with you, they make the decision within 24 hours if they're going to continue. It's something wild like that. I may have it might be like 48, but
but your words
it
were
quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the stat that we're going with. And I believe it because I've been a part of an onboarding process that if anything feels kind of clunky, if you don't get that email pretty quickly after signing, you feel like, oh, it's a scam. Oh my gosh, what have I done?
Yeah.
And so it is important. And Leah and you do a very good job guiding you through that process. So
Thank you.
Yes, we get Caitlin on, introduce her to the team. And I believe the first thing that we wanted help with, and I hear this a lot from business owners, is CRM tech stack stuff. There's so many options out there.
Totally.
It's very hard to know what will work best for you unless you just try them. And sometimes if you're not a tech guy like I'm not a tech guy, you go with the first one. We were on Honeybooks at the time.
Yeah.
And that was the first CRM I had signed up with. So we're a few years into business at this point, and I realized there are a lot of things in Honeybooks that don't work well for what we're doing. However, I did not know how to get us out of there. I didn't know where to go. I didn't want to take the time. I didn't know how to move us in a good way. That was one of the first things that Caitlin worked on for us. She did the research. She looked at this point, she'd been on a few of our team calls. She spoke to different team members. So Caitlin was very much a part of our team. She did not feel like a subcontractor. She felt like a part of our team. She even had a Chamberlain and good company email. And so it was legit,
Love this.
It was part of it.
She's in. Yeah, she knew the handshake, the whole thing. Love it.
Yes, the whole thing. So you guys brought in, you introduced us to Caitlin. You guys brought her in. She was part of the team, and she did all this market research um, for a CRM for us that would work better. Now, bless her heart, she would send me these long findings, and I would just scroll through. But I just took her word. I was like, whatever you think is best, whatever is going to hurt the least amount. And
Yeah.
she did all the behind the scenes work. She set us up with Go High Level. She set us up with Zapier. See, I don't even know this Zapier. And completely turned our onboarding process around. No more manual work. And then she trained our assistant Tiffany how to do it going forward, how to set it up. Yes.
Love
so
it.
when you guys are training these babes up, when you're training these ladies up, what kind of training goes on in, is it the Prowess Project? What is that part called?
Yeah, that is OBM University.
There it is. Okay. Okay.
That's what they go through. And so really we took a step back and we're like, well, what does it take to run a small business in, 2026?
Yeah.
And what we realized and where the gaps were in businesses were the following. First, systems and processes throughout the entire business. Then it is what is the right technology to ensure that that happens seamlessly based on what they do, how they work, all the different people, what the outcome needs to be. So it's understanding all of that and all the tech and automation, and that's where we get into AI. Then the training and what we do for our clients is a lot of project, team, and task management. Ensuring that the team is delivering what you have sold on time and ideally under budget. And then the final is how do we take all of the data that we have gathered from the correct systems, the correct technology, the correct automation, the correct project management, the correct team management. How do we turn that into dashboards and reports so that you, as the business owner, are making decisions based on insight, not on gut? And then, and then how do you take all of this and do it while being an empathetic, right hand to a CEO who is stressed and doesn't understand and under a lot of pressure. So it's a lot of emotional intelligence training too. But that pretty much breaks out what it looks like, what the training looks like.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense too, because in my mind, I thought, how did they find all these people that just know more than me when it comes to this stuff? Like, there must be very specialized parameters to be a part of this university. So you guys are training them up well. They know how to do the research, even if they didn't know the CRM, because there's so many CRMs these days.
Totally.
They know the gist and they know how to look for it.
Right.
So that makes so much sense. She came prepared. She had the tool belt, and we were supposed to do bi-weekly meetings. Let me just say, she had very good intentions. So this person is working pretty intimately with the CEO. However, we did bring her on during tax season, and so a lot of the times I would say, I'm sorry, like I don't have time to meet, and she would send me summaries of what she wanted to talk about and what she actually needed me for. And the list of things she actually needed me for was so small.
Awesome.
She worked so independently. So, when you think about bringing someone onto your team, there's a part of you that thinks, do I have time for this? Do I have time to train someone and work with them side by side? Because I don't know about you, but when I think that, I'm like, well, I'll just do it myself. Because I'm crazy.
Yep. well, it's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't, And like, I am, yeah, I am fully aware that I am in the business of selling the devil you don't know. And so how do I de-risk that? And so and I hate going back to this, but like we really tried to be as intentional as possible and looking at all of the problems in hiring and in solving operations issues. And it's like, okay, how do we get in front of those?
Yeah, and how do we make it so people won't think what I just did? And so you guys did that well. So when Caitlin came in, she was very independent. There were more times she was working alone than with me. The times that she was working with me were probably not as productive because because I'm a chatty Cathy, and I wanted to know how she was doing. She also
Yeah.
kind of let me into her cool life, like modeling and acting, and I was more interested in that than CRMs. So, I mean, but she did that. The whole point is she didn't need me. She had enough information. I think a lot of business owners think like their business is so unique, and you could not possibly come in and understand what I'm doing. There's no way you guys can hire someone that can do the things. Am I hitting the nail on the head in any kind of way?
Girl.
How many times have
Mm-hmm.
you heard that? I just don't know
Mm-hmm.
how someone could do what I do. The way that I do it is so different. No one can understand my business in just 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's how I know that there is a big, big, big problem. Like the foundations of business are, they're boring and they're old and they're tested and they're proven.
Right.
Business is business is business is business.
You're not that special.
No, like I hate saying it, but
Well,
like your
I say it
business
all.
isn't.
Yeah, I say it all the
I,
time. Numbers are numbers. Like
numbers are numbers.
it's not that
Hmm.
special.
No.
If Caitlin could come in and do what she did in an hour meeting, it just shows me it's not my business is not as unique as I held it to be because she could come in and make it better.
Right. Well, and you want that. You don't want some super unique business that no one understands because you know how much of a pain that's going to be?
Oh,
Like
why do you want a
for
business that only
everyone?
you can do it? Yeah. You
How,
want a business that needs you every day?
yeah. How you going to exit, pray tell? Like, what? No.
No,
No.
not that's
You
not good business.
want, yes, you want something that is predictable, understandable. And I mean, yeah, not cookie cutter. I get that. Not cookie cutter. But at the same time, it doesn't need to be this like Rubik's cube of business. Like
No.
we don't need that for anyone.
And you can have unique services. This is
For
where
sure.
where I really started realizing how much we needed Caitlin because I felt like, okay, I didn't start a business that no one's ever started. Like I started a business there are millions of accounting firms, and I am not special in that part. We offer well, I mean,
You are quite special, and I will get into that in a second. But go ahead.
special. But I started a business that's been started before. The services we're
Yeah.
offering are offered by several other people. You can throw a rock in Louisville and you can hit an accounting firm. Like it's not that. But our systems and processes felt so crazy, and that was where I was feeling the pain. Like, why is it not easier to just hit go one time and for the client to get from start all the way to now you're onboarded. So that was a huge pain point for us. Changing CRMs greatly helped that, but she didn't just change. We didn't just go from Honeybooks to Go High Level. If I would have been taking over that project, that's what I thought needed to happen. Let's just change CRMs. She added automations within Go High Level that for invoicing. So now our recurring clients get invoices every single month. We're not creating them in Canva. And we were just doing too much, right? We had a Canva invoice and we thought we're going to just email this personally. And then it was doing too much.
Yeah.
She gave the template.
Good.
Tiffany's able to send it out one time, the first time, and now it's a recurring invoice. She also added automations with Go High Level and Google Drive. So we use Google Drive for storage. And so
Mm-hmm.
now when a new client comes in, a Google Drive folder is automatically created. It's so beautiful. I've never been so proud of a system as I am in a process of our onboarding. So Caitlin set up that automation for Google Drive to be created. She also, we use Monday for
Mm-hmm.
our project management. And
Mm-hmm.
before Caitlin, it felt like we had all of these different platforms that did not communicate.
Mm-hmm.
They were their own separate entity. And while all of them were very useful, it was very manual. So now, with Caitlin's help, she came in, moved us to go high level, added the automations. The Google Drive folder is created, the invoice is automatically sent, and they get a folder on our Monday project management software. Then, to wrap this up with a pretty bow, I used to get joy. I still get joy when I get a new client. I shouldn't say that. Every time I get a new client is a joyful feeling. But I used to find a little bit of joy of going in our team chat and saying, "We have a new client," and they would be like,
Yeah.
"Yay, hard budget, hard budget,"
Yeah.
prayer, fire, fire. And Caitlin created a system where we get the new client, they sign the proposal, they get the first invoice, and emails go to the team. So one email goes to the team that's like, "Hooray, we got a new client." One email goes to me that says, "The proposal's been signed, contract's been signed," and it's telling me all these things that I would have to go to several different platforms to find out. Yes.
Love this. This is like, oh,
And I was thinking about all this stuff last night, and I was trying to be back in the headspace. When Caitlin came in, what did she do? And I couldn't remember all the details. So then I thought, what was business like 2 years ago? And that was how I got to. That's what brought me here.
I can't wait to send this to her. I'm going to be like, girl, put this on your website. Like,
Yes.
hello, put this.
It's been life
Yes.
changing. So all
Oh,
these little
makes me
things
so happy.
that business owners want to know. Did they sign their contract? Did they get sent a first invoice? Have they been assigned a team member? All these things that we would have to go to different places. I get an email that shows me all of it. And then the client gets an email with their Google Drive folder, instructions of what to do next. It is so seamless. It's so fast. And the joy of getting a new client and telling the team was not taken away, because now I might not be doing in the team chat, fire emoji, but when when the team gets the emails, they go into the chat and say, "Oh, this is so great." So it's like they get the joy at the same time and come together. So that part was not taken away, which is really beautiful.
Makes me so happy.
And
This makes me so freaking happy.
Onboarding, which, she did so much more, but that was one part that I think made some of the biggest differences as far as speed and efficiency. So I know that was a long walk for a drink of water, but I've just been really excited to share that because I know so many business owners talk about CRM and tech stack, and they think they're supposed to be the expert in a tech stack, and I'm like,
why?
There's no way.
Why would you?
You weren't supposed
No. Yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
Like, Ashley, I need you to understand accounting. That is what I need you to understand, Like, why would you need to know Go High Level? That would be such a waste of your genius. Like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And, it's fascinating, or not fascinating. It made me smile as you are describing all of this and what Caitlin built. And I appreciate you going through all of the details, because I think this is maybe even one of the first times I've heard this. But I feel uniquely positioned to say this. I have, in the past, 4 months, had over 50 different info interviews with accounting firm owners. And you are unique in the best way, because, Ashley, what you do that is so different is that maybe building out the tech stack isn't your, not what you're going to do on a Saturday night, but you are so magnetic as a person. So you are hiring someone to do that tech stack so that your client feels happy and taken care of. And then you, as the human, that's why people come to you. That's why people come to the team, your team, because of the way that you make people feel. Point blank. Point blank.
Sponsored by the Prowess Project.
No, I'm serious. You have a very, the only word that's coming to me is magnetic way of making people feel very special and taken care of. And you are a breath of fresh air in what can feel like a very vulnerable thing to talk about, which is money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this was very unexpected.
What else?
I'm a little sweaty in the best of ways. If being sweaty could be a best of ways situation. But it feels good to be seen, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it took me so long to ask for help.
Yeah.
To think about what wasn't going well. When people start businesses, they have the best intentions.
Of course.
And they just, they think they're supposed to know everything. And I do think that's why some people, and I don't want to get big-headed because you gave me such a good compliment, why some people like to talk to me, because I tell them from the beginning, you're not supposed to know all this, and they feel better.
Seen. They feel seen. And you're a numbers person.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And asking for help is hard for anybody.
So hard.
You don't want to be
so incredibly hard. Yeah. I mean, I did this LinkedIn post not too long ago. Like, I think that, like, your accountant knows more about you than your doctor and your therapist combined. Yeah. Like, I can tell my therapist and I can spin the story as much as possible, and she's not going to know any different.
It's not,
you know? Yeah, it's always them, right? Yeah. But an accountant, to your point at the very beginning, like, the numbers are there or they're not. Like, there's no hiding. Like that, and the way that you show up for people makes people feel safe while showing something that is so vulnerable, something they cannot hide from. And then you help problem solve. And so I want you to know how important and special it is what you do.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to send you a swag bag. I was already gonna do that, but now I'm gonna put like 6 in there after this episode.
Oh my God, all my girls are gonna be in, like, I don't know, Chamberlain and Good Company hats, and we got our koozies.
We do a little Good Company sticker, and then we have these. So my mom is very crafty, and she made these little purse charms that you can, like, hang on your purse. They're, like, really cute, and she puts all the little beads on it, and sometimes there's, like, feathers and little charms. So she made these little purse bag charms.
Oh my God, amazing.
They're so cute. And then they're in this little bag, and my kiddo writes a letter of gratitude to say thank you for being on the show. So that will be in the mail. I was already going to send it, but now I might have to, like, put a few extra in there.
Okay, like, I know that this is not accounting advice, but do you pay her to do that? And, like, that's part of...
I did pay my mom. Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. Yes.
Not only to pay for the materials, but to keep her business going,
Absolutely.
Like, shop is small here. My kiddos are also paid for work they do for the business. So
yes. I need to figure all of this out. That's on my to-do list. So I'm probably going to be knocking at your door.
Yeah, girls. Those emojis. Well, and a lot of people like to know, how can I bring my kids in this? Like, how can I pay my kids? And so, yes, we practice what we preach. The youngest is more of a people pleaser, and so he, I'll write the letters, I'll stuff the envelope. My oldest is like, I need work that makes me feel purposeful. Okay. So, it's a work in progress, but yes. So I think, to what you said about the client experience being so important to me, it truly is. I want people to feel safe. I want them to feel heard. And I think when I was thinking about our onboarding process, I was so scared that automating things would make them less personable. Mm. Is that silly?
No, I hear it all the time. All the time.
If I'm not the one writing the email or sending the cute little contract that has this and this, will they feel like they signed up with me, but now I'm just pushing them off? And that was a big fear of mine. I don't want people to feel like they bought into this idea of I'm working with Ashley, but now I'm getting these automated emails. So that probably kept me from moving forward without me consciously thinking that. And Caitlin obviously changed.
Well, I deeply feel this because Leah is still trying to pry my email management out of my cold, what is it, like dead hands or whatever that saying is.
Dead
Do
hands.
what's that saying? Like cold, lifeless hand. I don't know. Anyway, point is, I still believe that I need to be the one pressing send on a lot of things that are still silly. So even though I have this business where we're like, automate, systems, tech. Meanwhile, I'm like handwriting my thank you cards and handwriting my welcome to Prowess and handwriting. And because
Yeah.
sometimes that is the important stuff. And sometimes that's just not what you're going to give up. And that's the boundary you're going to create. And that's okay too.
Oh, that was so sweet. Because there's something to be said about the things you like to do and the
Yeah.
things that just take up time you feel like you have to do.
Yep.
And there were so many conversations I had with Caitlin and with y'all initially that I said, I know onboarding takes a long, like this is a process. I don't want people to feel like they're not working with people. I like
Mm.
writing the thank you notes. I
Mm-hmm.
like sending the
Mm-hmm.
packages. And there were times where, would it be faster if I wrote the note one time and printed it on Canva and then send it? Of course it would be. Of course it would be. And realistically, the value of time for me, an hour, made more sense if I would mass print them. However, it was something that is important to me and that I didn't want to lose touch with. And Caitlin didn't change that. She didn't say, well, according to the KPI, this is a waste of money at all. She was like, I hear you. Okay. That
Yeah.
part will stay the same. So hiring someone, you're not forced to do things you don't want to do.
No, far from it. No,
It makes it better.
no. Well,
So
Ashley, it's funny that you say that because as you're saying, like, well, the value of my time, blah, blah, like that's all true. But I said this before, but people only remember how you make them feel. When you make them feel good, that word of mouth and all you're doing is decreasing your CAC. Like that's the way I look at it. So if I can write one thank you note and it takes probably $1,000 off of my acquisition cost,
yeah, got it.
that gets a thumbs up for me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
the way
100%.
it makes people feel.
Yes, and people are emotional buyers and
Yes.
emotional, recurring buyers. So the nature of our business is people stay with us and pay us every month. If they're with us 12 months and we made them feel good 11 months, but not good 1 month, they always remember the not good.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you know what I mean? So you just want to keep trying to put out good feelings.
I'm going to give you another fake statistic, but I think that it is.
I
I
love
think
it.
it is one of those things like you have to have like something like 7 good moments to outshine one bad moment. Like something ridiculous like that.
I
Or maybe
believe
it's
that.
16. I don't know. I'm going to immediately claude that after this.
No,
And I'll report back. And you can put in show notes like all the asterisks of my fake statistics.
these statistics are only true at this time of the recording. That's the
And
only
only
one.
this one subset that actually makes sense. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Mhm.
No, and I believe that firmly. It's, people remember the times that they didn't feel so good. And so you're constantly battling that. And if handwriting something makes you feel like you're one step closer to winning that client over, write the note.
Write the note.
Yes.
There is a fabulous book on this. I'd like to say I've read it, but I have not. I just like, it keeps coming up, but I think it's by like the owner of like Ritz-Carlton or something. And it's all about having an amazing customer experience and like or maybe it's Four Seasons. Oh God, I'm really screwing this up. Anyway, something, yes.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous hospitality or insane hospitality, something like that.
Okay. I love that.
Anyway,
though. It teaches you
check it out.
how important it is. Yeah.
How important it is, and how just small things like onboarding or the experience becomes so talkable.
Yeah.
And that's what people are going to share. Like all of these things where you went above and beyond, even if it's a tiny personalized thing. But I don't mean like, hey, the invoice has to have like personalized squiggles on it.
Sure. I mean,
that one we can automate.
maybe.
Meanwhile, my first invoice from you is going to be like Ashley in calligraphy at the top and custom.
Wow. There are a lot of insane ideas in that notebook of mine. And I would be lying if I said handwritten invoices so people can feel like they're reading my... It gets wild. Sometimes the things that come out of my mouth, I'm like, what kind of business are we running? Is this a firm or is this... TBD on that. So
good.
Yes, I want to talk about what the offboarding process was like with Caitlin, because sometimes I think when you bring on anything fractional, so we do like fractional CFO services, and for people to bring us in feels for us easy because we're doing things they don't have a position for.
Right.
Same with the fractional COO.
Correct.
We didn't have a COO. We have me, CEO, and Whitney, CFO. And so that felt fine. That once I realized I needed the help, we did the hire. But then what next? What does it look like once they come in and you have these things you want them to do? What happens when they've done said things? So I can speak on with Caitlin. We hired her on a project basis, and we were, we had a retainer of hours, and she was very good at keeping me updated. Like, this is where I'm at. Maybe we wait to do this until next month, or hey, I've got some time. This didn't take as long as you thought it would. Shocker. And so I'm going to move on to the next thing. So she was very upfront about her hours. And then once the tasks were done, we kind of offboarded her, but y'all both left it very open. Y'all both said, whenever you need me, whenever you need Caitlin, let us know. And she can come back in. So talk to me about some of that. Do your online business managers work more on a project basis, or is it ongoing? Are there options?
Great question. So we see a pretty consistent breakdown. So 20% of the time it's projects like you just described, where you go in and she knows, hey, I'm going to be with this company for 3 months, 6 months, whatever. And I'm going to do these amount of things. About 40% of our engagements are ongoing. So this company needs a fractional COO or a fractional operations person in perpetuity. And this person is going to be working X amount of hours for years and years and years. Then another 40% is the person comes on and the CEO is like, oh, I need to go direct with this person. I need this person to be directly a part of my team and not a contractor. And so at which point they can the CEO can buy out the contract with us, and that person works directly with them.
Oh, is that you think that's the goal? Would that be the goal for people, or not really? Just different?
Yes and no. Again, it's another reason why we had to build that matching algorithm, because some people want fractional forever. Some people want, oh no, I do want to go maybe full time or go direct with, or have one big anchor client and maybe just pick up some projects. Or some people just, like Caitlin is one of them. She loves project work. She loves coming in, understanding, and like making massive impact in a short amount of time, and then going to the next challenge and the next challenge and the next challenge. So we have space and opportunity for all of the different needs, even if the needs change on both sides. So you could have come in for a project and then realized, no, I want Caitlin to come on full time. You know?
Okay.
So
No, I love
there's
options.
flexibility.
Because sometimes you might not know. You know, we've taken on clients that we start with payroll, and we're like,
Right.
I think you guys need some other stuff. No pressure, but like you need more than just payroll as an accounting team, and so it grows. So I love that you guys have that option. It makes it feel like we've got something for everyone. Do you want a steak? Do you want chicken? You know,
Totally.
either one is fine.
Surf and turf. Which one? What are we working with?
Both.
Vegetarian? I don't know.
Yeah,
Got 'em.
we have the options, and I love that. I was looking over here on this one pager because I feel like, because I know you, I might have done you a disservice by not asking something. So I just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. You know, I want to end it with this question. This is a good one. I just know too much, you know? I should just pretend like I didn't know you.
Well, I've had a blast, so for what it's worth.
Good. I don't do, I think when I meet strangers, sometimes it's almost better because I know nothing. And then I'm asking for like, true, like I want to get to know you. But when I have friends on here, it's like, I don't know what
We're just catching up, you know, just two old friends gabbing.
Just two girls. Maybe people will feel like they're just having a little Diet Coke with us, you know?
Fridge sig, love it.
Yes. Yes. The amount of times that I've said that in the past month or so is honestly cringy. It's like, I don't know how it keeps coming up in conversation.
That's all I can think about now with Diet Coke. Like, for better or for worse. I don't know if that's good branding for them or like association or bad. I'm not sure. But like, you feel kind of dangerous when you say fridge sig, and like, I don't know, as a middle-aged woman, like, okay, let's get wild.
Yeah.
Let's get wild. Give me some artificial flavoring. Okay.
I'm living on the wild side over here. I did get a mini because I'm like trying to be productive today, but which is so silly to say. I've had like 3 cups of coffee, but yes, something about fridge sig hits differently. It's funny because a lot of women our age, I'm going to say 30s. 30s? Okay. I don't want to.
Barely, meaning on the other side, like about to hit 40. Like,
Okay, good.
nearly
We're
there.
on the same page.
Okay.
We're right on the same page, fortunately, unfortunately. And something about being in your mid to late 30s is, even if you weren't like a true smoker, like if you were like just going out with the girls, I had a little drink, oh, can I have a puff? Oh, thank you so much. There's something about saying fridge sig that's nostalgic. And you have like nothing to say was nostalgic about? Do you know what I'm saying? What is happening? I don't know why.
1000%. So I lived in London for about 2 years, and everyone smokes there. Everyone. Yeah. So for a hot second, after, I was overserved, I would be like, does anyone have a menthol? Like, does anyone have a Camel Crush?
That I will crush and get more.
Yeah, yes. I would literally have them light it. I would crush it and then be like, nah.
You just want to like have it in your hand. It's the weirdest thing. I want to hold it and feel something. I don't understand. I just, in my younger years, there were not, there was the internet because I'm not 100, but there weren't like phones that you record stuff on.
No.
Like, had their phone out. You could go out dancing and you weren't afraid it was going to show up somewhere. If it was because
Correct.
someone intentionally brought like a camera and then went and developed film,
That's right.
which
That's
is
and
cool.
like, I mean, first of all, like who peed in their cornflakes? Like, get out of town trying to show a lot of people that.
Right? A disposable
Okay,
camera.
I am just trying to pop, lock, and drop it. Can you please stop? Paparazzi, get out of here.
I want to put my hand on the floor and shake it, shake my moneymaker, whatever that means to me at that time. It's questionable. And there was something about being around, saying the word SIG, you just felt like
Totally.
better than everybody. And
100%.
yes, lots of good times had. But yeah, so when I drink this Diet Coke, it's funny. People will say, "Oh, you're fridge SIG," and it's like my brain goes to these non-existent memories of crushing a Camel Crush and being like, back in my day. I'm like, what? You were born in 1990. Back in your day. What?
Literally just would crush them. That's it. Not smoke them, just crush them.
Yes, I am very glad you understand. We're all just doing our best, us moms, us 30-something-year-old moms trying to just keep it together.
Yeah, I just need a dopamine hit, okay? And so if I can say SIG, let me have it, right? Let me just have it.
I'm good for the day. We'll finish my mini Diet Coke, my mini fridge SIG, and and probably talk about it for the next 5 to 7 business days because that is where I'm at in life.
I also love that you said business days, not just days.
I know.
Business.
My cool factor went down as soon as I said that.
No, because I was like, oh yeah, business days. Yep. Got it. Yeah, duh.
So, to end this on a much better note than the direction I brought us to, what should CEOs delegate first, in your opinion?
Ooh. Oh gosh, this is such a good question, and my brain is going to all the different scenarios.
Because there's a lot we should be delegating.
So here's what I'm going to say about this. It's going to completely depend on where you are in your business, in your journey. But I'm going to say delegate the permission to know. The more business owners that I see, the more value I see them getting from a true audit, where the outcome that they get from that audit is, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Business Owner, here are the top 3 leverage points that you need to be doing in order to get to where you want to go. And I'm sure that's not what you were expecting. You're probably thinking like social media, but I think
You put your hands up, so I was like, something good's coming.
I think the issue is like we are inundated with you should be doing this and you should be doing this and you should be doing this, but no one knows that until they know your business and who you are. So I really, really believe it is delegating the idea of having to know it all and getting help with direction. That's it.
True. I think I chatted too much, and I apologize. But with the onboarding that Caitlin helped us with, it was so much more than the client journey when they come in. The onboarding automations affected their experience. It affected the team's experience. It showed us how to automate leads, how to not leave those on the table, how to make sure that people are getting invoiced on time. When you're manually doing things, it's very easy to forget. When you are manually sending invoices out, you're leaving money on the table. If you're sending them out late, the type of model, whatever your business model is, you're sending them out late, you're receiving cash late. So cash is your lifeline. Like, that is what keeps it going. So I definitely don't want to minimize even though I talked about the onboarding process, what that actually did. It was so much more than welcome to the firm. Now you get these cool emails. Now you get your things. It's, well, now our leads are, nurtured. Now we know how to send automated emails to our email list. It was so much bigger than that. So, everyone, like you said, every industry is different. Every business owner needs are different. But I don't want anyone to minimize the power of someone coming in, an outside person, taking a look at your business with an unbiased opinion. Because I think my business is awesome.
Always.
But an unbiased opinion, and then really auditing. Caitlin wrote SOPs for us.
Yeah.
There were so many things that she did that the value just, I feel it every single time we get a new client. I feel it every single time we hire a new person, and I can say, here's your new hire folder.
Yeah.
And she can watch all the things. So highly, highly, highly recommend that someone just gets on the phone with you and Leah and find out what you actually need help with, because it might be wildly different than what you think you need help with.
Yes, I suspect that's the case. Like, it is in my own business. What I think I need, because we're all looking from our own bias. Like, I was in tech marketing, so I feel like our marketing needs to be fabulous. Well, really, is that going to move the needle the most? Maybe not. But it sounds like you love it, so whatever.
Your marketing slaps. It's good. Speaking from experience. So, thank you so much for spending time with me.
Awesome.
With me. We're going to put some info in the show notes. I read in one of your emails, or maybe I'm just manifesting this, that you are going to be coming out with some case studies.
Yes.
Okay. And highly recommend anyone that's in the financial realm to, read these case studies, dial in on this, because financial people, especially during tax season, are not great at looking at what's next. We're not great at seeing past the tax season. We work in quarters, and so we think, I don't have time for it now. That sounds like a third quarter problem, and it just keeps getting pushed. So highly recommend that we read the case studies. I didn't make that up, right? That's a real thing.
No, you're absolutely right. Yes. I mean, so what we have decided is focusing on accounting and tax strategy firms as all of our outbound. So like that niche is a magnet, not a filter. Like, we are open for business. We will take, professional services companies. But actually right after tax season, I think, is the best time to look at your ops and look at how it all works, because you just went through bingo.
Yeah. This is when we feel the most pain. We're very hungover from the season, but the pain is still fresh. So
totally,
all of the, and I don't just say that from a financial firm perspective. I say that as a business owner. If you went through tax season and you felt some strain, and not just because you didn't get your books done, but you felt like something could have been easier. I could have had someone to make this process easier. Reach out to Prowess Project, reach out to Ashley. They're very easy to work with. They are very accessible. It did not take long to get a response, with boundaries, because I appreciate boundaries. But it felt easy. It was not painful. Anything that took a long time was my fault, because I was not as efficient as them. But things have gotten better since Caitlin came into our world.
Yay.
And we'll put some stuff in the show notes for people to find y'all, because I know y'all are very good at marketing on social media, on all the things. And we're going to put a wrap on a bow. You ready to get out of here?
Not really, but okay, if you're pushing me out. This was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm
Fabulous.
But don't leave me.